Hi guys, what's up, and welcome to another video. And this video won't be anything that you're used to seeing. It'll be kind of a half rant, half trying to give the Pirates fans some hope after, personally, as a Pirates fan, I'm going to be biased in this video, but the Pirates just traded Gerrit Cole to the Astros in a 5-player deal. And I was out playing I was out in the snow all day trying to have some fun while I'm stuck in my house. So I walk in around 5 o'clock. I look on my phone. Gerrit Cole gets traded to the Astros, and I have to personally say I was 50-50. I was torn on this because, one, Gerrit Cole wants to leave, at least, as you would want to say, but most preferably he wanted to go to California and he didn't. So if he wanted to get traded and he did get traded, I'm happy he didn't go to California to boost Los Angeles's super great team. But then again, he was one of the good young pitchers in the Pirates rotation. But many people are going to say the Pirates should have gotten more from this deal. They did not get a top 8 prospect from the Astros, and that's what I hate about what this front office does. Every time, they don't even get a top 10 nearly prospect. And Neil Huntington says trading Gerrit Cole was not an easy decision. Well, clearly it was, because you wouldn't even get a top 8 prospect from the Astros for him. You got Michael Feliz, Colin Moran, and Jason Martin, and I don't even know those guys. The one guy I do know that we got was Joe Musgrove, and I'm happy about that. That's the one thing I'm happy about in this trade, because we got a couple right-handed pitchers that'll be in the rotation, but Joe Musgrove likely to get in that starting rotation spot. Michael Feliz almost definite to go to the bullpen, which is needing help. Colin Moran, a third baseman, and they kind of need that with Jung Ho Gung definitely not coming back. And David Freese, he's just getting old. His time with the MLB is coming up. So a young third baseman, okay, I'll take that. And then a minor league outfielder, Jason Martin, is not even a top 10 prospect. That's the part I hate. We just get unknown, non-top 10 prospects that just fail in our organization. That just fail in the organization. And it's terrible, because this happens every time. The Neil Huntington trade, they did a near player-for-player swap. John Neese, he wasn't even with the team for half a season. He got traded away for Antonio Bastardo, who I don't even know if he's still with the team or not. The one trade that they might have won would be Andrew McCutchen, but they're not going to trade him now after what he did this season. He had a breakout season. He's still with the team. But I honestly am just fed up with this organization trading away our best players for people who are going to fail in our organization. Maybe Joe Musgrove will keep his groove on. He's been actually a pretty good, but the Pirates repeat their terrible trade record. They got Jason Rogers. So let's go to another trade that just came on my mind. Jason Rogers. We acquired him for a good young outfielder in Keon Broxton. We could have used him this season with Starling Marte being suspended. But he's over there with the Brewers. His career's taken off. Well, Jason Rogers is stuck as a third baseman in AAA that won't even nearly be ready for the MLB. He's barely ready when he was with the Brewers. It's just, I'm so fed up with this. And I would have rather had him traded to somewhere like the Yankees, because it's nowhere where he wants to go, and that team is still not a World Series ready team. The Astros are coming off a World Series win. The Dodgers is where he wants to go, and they're coming off a World Series appearance. So the Yankees would have been my preferred spot if we were going to trade him. I seriously, one more time, it's just terrible that they keep trading away some of our best players for terrible prospects. If you're a Pirates fan and you're fed up with this, comment down below, but really. And I thought maybe Gerrit Cole would be safe after the trade imminent rumors fell out. They're done, out the door. Astros fans, false rumors. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we were about to acquire Gerrit Cole, complete our rotation. Well, the Pirates don't even have a rotation that's nearly half stabilized. And we literally just tore it in half. Now we're just going to have to rebuild it up from the bottom. Hopefully Tyler Glasnow's ready by this season. Hopefully he's ready to at least be a bullpen pitcher, because he wasn't even that. Okay, so let's name some good pitchers. Maybe Ivan Nova can pick it up after last year, after the second half of last year. He had a great first half, but then he just sort of fell off. Hopefully he's ready. Jameson Taillon, he was our best pitcher last year. He can definitely still be up there. Now we got Joe Musgrove. Hopefully he does something. And that's about it. That's the only good pitchers we have in our rotation. We got 3 good pitchers. That's about it. In our bullpen, we have Felipe Rivero. And that silence is meaning he's the only bullpen pitcher we have that won't blow a game. I don't know how many games our bullpen blew last year. And the thing is, our front office isn't willing to spend any money. If they would just be willing to spend money, maybe they don't have it like the Yankees and the Cubs and the Dodgers do. But they can spend more money. They have money that they can spend to get these guys. And as I was saying, the trade was out the door 3 days ago. Astros fans, we were about to complete our rotation. As I said, we only have 3 pitchers in our rotation. And they signed him to a 1-year, $6.73 million deal to avoid arbitration, which I also was 50-50 about. I'm like, oh, maybe probably the Astros trade isn't going to happen. But then he goes to arbitration. He's likely not even going to be traded. Actually, now that I think about it, that's wrong, because he definitely would have been traded, because the Pirates aren't going to be willing to spend any money to win that, to try at least. They would have spent everything that they think they could. But I thought that was it. No more Gerrit Cole trade. I hear Yankees are popping back up, but I'm not too afraid. After the arbitration signing, then it just almost came out of the blue. There was no trade imminent reported, no close deal reported, and then the 5-player deal falls through randomly at 4:30. So we get Joe Musgrove, Michael Feliz, Colin Moran, and Jason Martin. The only two positives, I'll say, we got 2 right-handed pitchers, and one of them's Joe Musgrove. So I don't know what Neil Huntington was thinking. But, I really don't know. Astros fans, if you're listening to this, congratulations. You basically broke our rotation, and our rebuild is basically tearing itself apart. One positive that might have been out of our rebuild was Austin Meadows. He is dealing with injury issues now. It's just the Pirates cannot get a break. After the 2013 to 2015 wild card games, going to the playoffs, we just haven't been able to do anything. Trading Neil Walker, trading a young Keon Broxton, trading Gerrit Cole now. Who's next? Josh Harrison by trade deadline next offseason? Because every year, every offseason, we make a terrible deal. We dumped Juan Nicasio this year, which I'm not mad about at all. I'm just saying, we dump players that could be well known, that could maybe help us, but Juan Nicasio blew too many games. Okay, I'm fine with dumping him. They just dumped him to the Phillies, and now he goes from the Phillies to the Cardinals. Now I don't even know where he is. But the Padres, their good pitcher, Brad Hand, signed to a 3-year deal because the Padres are willing to pay enough money. They wouldn't give Gerrit Cole the money. He just signed the deal because he still knew he was going to get traded to a team that's going to pay him next year. So fine, I'll take Gerrit Cole in his mind. I'll take $6.73 million, and then get a nice huge contract from whatever team I'm going to go to. And he was a fantastic young pitcher when he got called up. I went to his MLB debut against the Giants. 7 innings, threw a near no-hitter, had a nice hit on his first time. He's a good hitting pitcher, too. May I mention the Francisco Liriano trade? One of the worst in our history. We got a prospect or two and Drew Hutchinson, who is still in AAA, by the way. For one of our, for Harold Ramirez, there's one prospect I can't remember, so tell me if I'm wrong in the comments. So let's start. Harold Ramirez, Reese McGuire, who was a great catching prospect, who was really going to help us out, and then Francisco Liriano. Another trade. Terrible. So Neil Huntington, if you're listening to this, tell me, what the heck do you think you're doing? Trading away. Just keep trading our best players away for literally nothing. We were supposed to get something because you keep saying every freaking year we're going to start getting better prospects that are going to begin our rebuild. I thought this might be the trade. This might be the trade. We get some good prospects because the Yankees have a deep farm system. Pretty sure the Dodgers do. Maybe the Astros. You went too deep. You went down in the depths behind the top 10. I don't know why you keep doing that. You almost want to trade away these players for literally nothing and try to see if our farm systems will bring them up. They never do. You know this. You've gone through this, Neil Huntington. And when you got signed to that extension, I honestly wanted to punch somebody. Because another 5, it was, I believe, last year, so another 4 or 5 years of this bull crap. Trading away our prospects. This is just unbelievable. So, Pittsburgh, the Pirates, we'll see how close they can get to the playoffs and then disappoint Pittsburgh next year. But I say by 2019, if we don't have a good farm system, Neil Huntington, Pittsburgh, you're going to be under a lot of fire if you trade one more good player like Josh Harrison or Andrew McCutchen. Neil Huntington or Bob Nutting, one of them or both are going to be under a lot of fire. And then many people will be happy when they get fired or just leave the organization altogether. Maybe then will we actually go somewhere. And all of our stars that can break out, like Gregory Polanco, like Austin Meadows, it's just Clint Hurdle. This year he has started to be on my nerves with the Pirates because he started to lay off players. He was an aggressive manager. I liked him to begin because he was benching the guys that wouldn't run. He's letting it slide and defending them now, just like John Jaso. Seriously, Clint Hurdle, I'm not going to blame him. I think we should keep him. And I'm upset with the Gerrit Cole trade, with Neil Huntington, Bob Nutting, anybody that was involved in this trade, other than the Astros. The Astros, they must have done a pretty darn good job negotiating to not give up one of their top 8 prospects. To not give up one of the top 10 prospects. To get a great pitcher in Gerrit Cole. So either props to them, or Neil Huntington and Bob Nutting, you're easy pushovers. And you need to toughen up and start asking for top 5 prospects for these guys. If you trade Josh Harrison and you don't get if you ever even think about getting him, and come close to negotiating a deal or finalizing a deal that doesn't get us a top 5 prospect, seriously, I might lose it. I'm about to lose it right now, but I'm just gonna let my mind settle tonight. Get this over with. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe for more content. Check out the content. Links to the video to my 3 series will be in the description below. Click the red subscribe button for more sort of rants and sports breakdowns. But at least the city of Pittsburgh can be looking forward to the AFC divisional round matchup tomorrow. Again, thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, good night.